these ploys and these tactics that they're obviously trying to do, in my opinion, on this APK to try to force content creators to show you the perfect world where you have perfect cards and a perfect build and you just one-shot everything and try to entice people that way, it's disgusting. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And like I said yesterday in the video, I wanted to fix the account on the APK and fix the cards in order to give you guys a real review of some of these characters. Now, if you missed that, I'll go over it briefly again. First of all, we covered that Spider-Woman, unfortunately, is from the biometric subscription, so you're gonna have to pay $10 to unlock this character if they don't give away her bios in the future pass. Fingers crossed, but no promises there. Scream, on the other hand, is a free-to-play character that you can get from biometric selectors in Shadowland and stuff like that. So we do have that, but we still haven't covered the new uniform for Venom, the new uniform for Gwenom, and also the new uniform for Miles Morales that changes him into a sort of berserk carnage. Now, the only thing with Miles Morales, unfortunately, is that his uniform is unavailable right now on the test APK, and so because of that, we actually can't see, like Blade's uniform, like Moon Knight's uniform, we can't see the uniform options for it, and we can only really experience it in skill preview. However, Miles does get a pretty juicy rework. So I wanted to cover that in addition to giving you some gameplay on Venom, but when I tried to do gameplay yesterday with Venom, I did a comparison. I did a side-by-side comparison on the live stream with the new card system and with the old card system. Now, I now have equipped the old card system. I've deleted the new cards, the you know, crafted cards that they had with the nonsense stats. So instead of having, you know, 100, I think I had 85% all attack and 50% physical and energy attack and 40% ignore defense and 40% dodge and all this crap and 22% additional pierce damage. I now have real stats. So these are what real stats look like. This is still pretty good, don't get me wrong. I've got multiple premium cards. Now, the Black Panther card and the Loki card you can get from the legendary battles, so those are free to play friendly, and the Loki card over there is also very easy to drop, but then the Guardians card and the White Fox card are much harder to obtain. So this is by no means a completely free to play set, but it much more closely appropriates what we're used to seeing on past APKs before this one, and this also much more closely appropriates and sort of gets a close representation of what my cards look like on the real live server. However, there's a problem. So when I tried this with the new cards, I tried stage 59. It's not 99 here, but anyways, I tried stage 59 Proxima. As I go down, it's gonna lock me out. But anywho, it doesn't matter because I can't play these stages anyways, and I'll explain why I can't play any of these stages. Okay, so we go to stage 59, and we can see here. This was the team that I was well, actually, this wasn't the team that I used. I used this team with Venom. I tested it also with. I'd also tested it with Namor just to make sure that there wasn't something wrong with Venom specifically, because basically when you zone into this stage, okay, this is stage 59, tier 3 Venom with Deathlock's 30% physical attack lead and Coulson's extra damage against villains and Coulson's guaranteed crit rate, because Venom is now a hero. I'll show you guys about that with the thing. Venom is going to be a hero, and then Gwenpool, oh sorry, not Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen, Gwenom, and Miles are going to turn into villains. Okay, so we check this out here with Venom, and as you'll see, he doesn't do any damage. As you can see, his damage is in the hundreds. He doesn't do any damage. I physically cannot showcase this character on stage 59, which is the stage that I'm used to showcasing characters on. Okay, so when we go back to the APK, literally last month, literally 1 month ago, you can see here I'm testing this out with Morbius, and this is stage 60 Proxima, and this is on the test server. As you can see, I had 35,000 crystals and only 1,000 gold. That's prime time test server, you know, buffoonery. Okay, well, what's going on? What's the problem? Take a look at my valor. Okay, the resistance is 0, sure. Take a look at the valor, 2,760. Yeah, okay. So how about now? What's my valor? Oh, 305. I see. Why is it different? I don't know. But the account is not just different in that way. For some reason, they also gave me an account that's only shield level 8 instead of shield level 70. So not only is my valor dropped tremendously, but my shield level also dropped. Was this done accidentally or was this done on purpose? Because guess what you can do with the new card stats. I'm going to show you guys a clip here of what happens when you do have the new card stat, specifically the card stat for Pierce. When you have the card stat for Pierce, you can actually ignore the defense and the damage penalty from having low valor and low resistance. You can also ignore the frenzy buff that Proxima has, where she doesn't allow you to apply all defense down. You can ignore that buff and still apply all defense down properly.
Not as bad as I expected.
So I was doing more damage with a less team up, with a worse team up. I didn't have Deathlock's lead. I had Jessica Jones' lead, and then I didn't have Coulson. I just had Deathlock there doing nothing. So with a worse team, but these new cards, I was doing tremendous damage. I ended up practicing and getting the kill speed down to 1 minute and 15 seconds. Now I can't even do the stage at all. So that 20% pierce, that 20% additional pierce damage, for those of you that want to know what I'm talking about, that if you don't remember here, on the cards, there's the 3 colors. Again, this system's nonsense. The system is garbage. But the red color equals what? How do you see what it says here? One sec here. The red color equals concentration increase, which I don't care to know what that is. The green one is all resistance, which I'm guessing is, it could be a defense thing, it could be an offense thing, I don't know. And then the blue one is additional pierce damage. It's that additional pierce damage. It allows you to basically ignore all of the game mechanics. You can just ignore the game mechanics. This system is completely broken. You can do stage 99 with these new cards and this new pierce damage nonsense. You can do stage 99 Thanos in 3 minutes. You can do stage 99 Corvus with no strikers. This is the most insane power creep ever. So I can't even really showcase the characters properly for you guys on a stage that I'm used to. Now, what that means is I can lower the stage. I think if I go down to 40 or 30, and I'll try it now, I can show you guys the character. So you can sort of get a feel for how the character plays, but you still can't really get a feel for the character's power level because it's still 20 or 30 levels lower than I used to show you. So then if you go and compare to my past videos or other content creators that were doing stage 50, stage 60 last month, it's not going to make any sense. And if you compare it this month to content creators that are doing stage 99 with these broken cards, it's not going to make sense either. So try to make sense of it the best that you can. Right now, the only thing that makes sense to me is to review bomb the game. I know this is a bit of a shift in topic, but these ploys and these tactics that they're obviously trying to do, in my opinion, on this APK to try to force content creators to show you the perfect world where you have perfect cards and a perfect build and you just one-shot everything and try to entice people that way, it's disgusting. It's completely disgusting because it's like you're showing someone a perfect house, but you're hiding the fact that it costs a lung and half of your heart and one of your kidneys and your leg, and you basically have to sell everything that you own to live in the house, right? This is not, it's impossible for a player that doesn't have literally tens of thousands of dollars to spend to actually replicate what you're going to see in the APK if we don't change the accounts, right? So the only thing that makes sense to me right now, and I've already done so, is I went to the Google Play Store, and I changed my review. I previously had a 5-star review. I changed my review to a 1-star review, and I added a little comment. So if you have never reviewed this game, it doesn't matter if you're on Apple or Android. It doesn't matter if you're on an emulator. You can go to the web version of the website. You can go to the Google Play website, and you can still log in and review the game. So whatever platform you're on, I encourage you to review the game if you are unhappy with the way that this APK is shaking out. Because in my experience and in my communications with developers, the biggest thing, one of the biggest things that can get their attention, and that does get their attention, is review bombing. It's kind of a dirty tactic, but I feel like it's the only option we have right now because they're obviously doing these dirty tactics to us. Why did they have to? Ask yourself, Why did they have to go and change my valor? And guess what? I'm not the only player. I've confirmed with multiple star agents that their valor has also dropped. My valor dropped from 2,760 to 300. So they purposely dropped the test account's valor by 2,400 points. And they did that so that you would need to use the cards in order to showcase the characters properly at a high level. How convenient. What a coincidence. I'm not going to do it. I'm not interested in this dog and pony show. On top of that, if you're still convinced, I know this sounds rough, guys, but if you're still convinced that they're not trying to actively push out a false and fake version of the game, why don't you take a look at the Uru? I had to spend thousands upon thousands of tokens. I had over 1 million tokens. I blew like 300,000 tokens buying the Uru chest. Why? Why did I buy the Uru chest? Because they purposely deleted all of our Uru. I wanted to replace the Odin's blessings that they've equipped on all of these characters with Uru. But look at this. They deleted the Uru. I have some now, but they deleted all of them. On the live stream, we realized that I had basically 0 Uru, but I have billions, or sorry, I have 11,000 Odin's blessings. Now, the 11,000 Odin's blessings is not a new thing. They've been doing this for the past 2 or 3 updates. But we could mix and match in past updates. We could mix and match and choose, okay, I want a couple of Odin's blessings and the rest is going to be Uru. Because I want to, show you guys a build that's maybe a little bit above average, but not crazy. But now they're like, you know what, screw this. We don't want the test agents. We don't want the star agents to use Uru at all. We want to show them builds that only have Odin's blessings. And that's why all the new characters are completely stacked to the teeth with Odin's blessings, to skew your perception of the build. My Venom build with these cards and these Odin's blessings came with 60,000 physical attack. When I normalized his build with normal Uru and Odin's blessing and normal cards, it dropped to 39,000, basically 40,000. So basically 20,000 of his physical attack was inflated by these insane stats. They're literally trying to get star agents. They're trying to trick us into selling you guys on a fake version, on an completely unobtainable and completely unrealistic version of these characters, where they're absolute gods that one-shot Thanos and one-shot Galactus. But then, of course, you don't have $10,000 to spend on the game, right? Of course you don't, because that's insane. So you're not going to have that experience, and then you're going to be upset. But they already got you at that point, right? So this is actually really disgusting, and I'm really disappointed that they would go this far. And it seems like the marketing team has infected the game to a point where I don't even recognize the game anymore. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys a little showcase here of Venom. Let me just briefly go through the uniform options here, but I strongly urge you to review the game at 1 or 2 stars. If you are dissatisfied with what you're seeing in the APK and what you're hearing from star agents, because it will get their attention and it will, show them that we are not going to take this sitting down and that we're not going to accept them destroying our game because they want to make a couple bucks. So yeah, just briefly here for Venom, his new uniform, it is amazing. Yes, it is. Now, this may seem a bit, on the one hand, I'm trashing some of the people that make this game, and I'm trashing certain parts of this game. Yeah, it's true. The new systems are really bad. The new systems for CTPs and cards are really bad. And yes, it seems very likely that they intentionally tweaked the APK accounts. Maybe not all of the Star Agent AP accounts, but they certainly tweaked my APK account. They certainly tweaked a few other APK accounts. And they intentionally did that, it seems, and it's most logical, to highlight this new system and highlight how good it is so that players will adopt it, right? You want something to look good. You don't want to put your car through a really intense course and the car struggles and then people don't want to buy the car. So you make the course intentionally, have some easy corners or have some slight downhills to make the car seem faster and give this illusion of success. But it's all an illusion. And of course, if you want it, you got to pony up the big bucks. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars, literally. So besides that, if you ignore all of those things, this is a really cool uniform. Gwenom has a really cool uniform. Miles has a really cool uniform. Yes, indeed. So we're going to highlight Venom here. His uniform effect changes both of his passives, not his leadership, but both of his passives, which is pretty intense. And he still retains that heal, 30% chance when hit, all allies recover 20%. So that is the same heal. It's actually a better heal. It's 20% instead of 15, and it's still got that 20-second cooldown. So he still has that base heal when he gets hit. He needs it because he doesn't have a lot of defense, but that's what he gets. His uniform options, for those wondering: Magneto, House of X, Ronin, Endgame, Mr. Fantastic, Future Foundation, Captain America 3099, and Luna Snow Lifestyles 1. This list is honestly not that bad. You've got two really great free-to-play options right here. Really, really solid picks. This one is his best uniform, and it's one of the most popular deluxe packs, so it's not bad there. This one, again, very popular paywall character, but it is a paywall character. And then this one's probably the worst. But yeah, we've sort of come to expect this from Marvel Future Fight. Gwenom, on the other hand, she does get, again, basically a top to bottom rework. So this is like night and day. You know, this is her Moon Knight, basically. This is her Moon Knight here. She does become a villain. Let me just confirm to you really quickly. She does become ability super villain right there. And then if you go over to the uniform, she gets, again, a new tier 2 passive, a new 4-star passive, and then she gets all attack, all defense, all speed stacked onto her stats. So it's pretty intense. For her uniform options, you've got Vision Uncanny, Psylocke Disassembled, Crystal Fantastic Four, Rocket Endgame Team Suit, and then Sharon Rogers Star Knight. So again, you've got some good free-to-play options and sort of like popular picks here. You've got a couple of ones that are decent but not as good, and then you have your deluxe pack uniform character, just like Magneto. What a coincidence! How convenient, right? So yeah, it's pretty obvious what they're trying to do at this point. Miles, unfortunately, we cannot see too much about his uniform because we cannot upgrade it, so we can't see the optionals, but he gets everything changed. He changes both of his tier 2 and his 4-star passive. His leadership gets changed and improved. He gets 30% all attack on his uniform effect. And then if we go here, we can see that he changes from speed to combat type, okay, which is pretty cool. He also becomes a super villain instead of being a superhero, and instead of having the leadership ability or the brave ability, he now has the pure evil and symbiote abilities. So he still has the Spider-Verse, which is nice, or the Spider-Sense, but he sort of trades the other ones in. And then if we go over here, we can see from his leadership that he applies a specific buff to Carnage, which is really cool. So like Victorious, who has extra buffs to Doctor Doom, he applies extra buffs to Carnage. So all allies will get that 4%, the decreased debuff, whatever, 24%. Carnage will get 70% attack and 20% damage reduction. Damage increase, like damage reduction that he's received damage decrease. So yeah, really crazy leadership for Carnage. Hopefully Carnage is going to get a uniform and a rework as well. But yeah, this seems like a must buy if Carnage is getting uniform and if you want to play with Carnage. If you're not going to play with Carnage, this uniform might still be a must buy just for Miles himself, but that is kind of hard to say. But for Spider-Gwen and Venom, if you like symbiotes, if you want these characters to be stronger, yeah, these uniforms are pretty much it's a tough thing not to sell, because it's a crazy power jump for them, which is great, you know, outside of the card systems and the CTPs and stuff. It's a great system for them. But yeah, we've got a crit damage 140 proc, and so what I'll do here is I'll try to lower the stage to a reasonable level, and I'll take you into some content so you can see what it looks like. We can try 39 here. I need 1500 valor, so we've cut it in half. Let's see if this is enough to do damage. I don't know. I haven't played stage 40 on the APK in a long time, but unfortunately this is what you have to do. I can also probably do in future videos, with the few days left on the APK, I can do some null fights because of the fact that nope, still can't do damage. Okay. Wow. The null fight because it's stage 1. So that's kind of a good thing, right? You can see here that, oh, okay, I'm at stage 99. But anywho, we have, well, we got to check these challenges. But anywho, oh, Moon Knight, okay. We have, if you go all the way down to, because you can't fight him on a high stage, you only need a little bit of resist. So you'll be able to see that there. But let's go down to 29. And now I need 860 valor. Okay, let's see if this is enough. Again, it's like they don't want me to play their game unless I'm going to play it by their rules. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell you guys on this garbage system that you're going to spend thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. I don't want to be a shill for that, you know? Okay, this seems like maybe I can get some damage off. So I'll show you guys what it looks like to play as Venom. He can be a little bit risky to play at times. His 5th skill has really nice damage, but bad targeting. His 3rd skill has nice targeting, and then his 4th skill applies his all defense down. His tier 3 has really... Oh, she canceled my tier 3? Oh, wow, I haven't seen that. Oh, that's a bummer. I was about to say his tier 3 has really good targeting, but I guess not, because she just canceled the targeting. The 5th skill targeting is a bit rough because you have to stay close. Let's see what happened. But yeah, I've never had the tier 3 canceled. The tier 3 has really good targeting. It looks really cool. And it also has paralysis, which means that once you hit the boss, they're not going to move, right? Unless they have paralysis immunity. It's a bit tough. it can be a bit tough against Proxima, however, because of the fact that Venom's always in front of her, and she can hit you with the spears and just do like a boatload of damage. So you have to use 5 and 3 a bit strategically. But I imagine this is going to be a massive rework for Venom. He still retains, for those of you wondering, he still keeps the healing on his 4th skill. You can see the little blobs there, and you can see if I pick them up, I get the little green icon. His movement speed actually seems a little bit lower here for some reason. But I like 4 into 3. Stack up the all defense down. And then let's go into the... Oh, she did the spears again. Let's see if we die here. Wow, he died. Okay. Well, he died on stage 29. That's kind of a bad look. But I did face tank. I tried to face tank all the spears. Yeah, so even though he has the heal, his defense is pretty low. The rework is really good, but honestly, guys, the way that I'm feeling right now is I can't accurately assess these characters on the APK because so much has changed, right? I had to change the cards, I had to completely rework the build, and then we realized that the Valor wasn't good enough, so now I have to drop down to a stage 29. I don't really have a good barometer for how much damage you should be doing at stage 29, especially with Valor so low. I haven't had 300 Valor in the game for months, for years, because they introduced this system 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, for the live server. I don't know what my Valor is now, but it's probably like 3,000 or 4,000 on the main account. So yeah, I honestly think at this point, the APK is a little bit useless for character reviews, at least accurate character reviews, unless you're a gigantic whale and you're going to spend money on this crap anyways. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about the boycott and the shady APK changes and everything like that. Sorry that I don't have more happy news. I'll try to find an alternative solution and bring you guys some Scream and Spider-Woman gameplay, because I know you guys want to see that, but at the same time, they're making it really hard for us to do anything except submit to their nonsense. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Be strong, stay strong. Boycott, it's gonna work. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.